I'm not okay, Villaseñor. Coach Villaseñor couldn't be with us this afternoon. He's going to be a granddad. His eldest daughter is having a baby girl this afternoon, so she was being induced, and so that's one of the reasons why he's not here. You know, he asked me to bring a couple of messages, but first I'd like to introduce Coach Randy Berman, defensive coordinator. One of the things that Coach Villaseñor wanted me to express to you deals with our team's experience. You know, at this point, we've got a lot more experience than we did when we started 3 years ago. We have approximately 150 kids in our program, and we've had a nucleus. This year we have 25, 26 seniors that have been with us. And so we expect a lot of big things out of them. Our program has grown. We've got over 50 freshmen in our program and about 55 JVers. So this is a great tribute to our staffs, particularly our middle school staffs, you know, at Los Obispos, Salvador Garcia, and also at Lomar Bruni Vergara. So there's a big turnaround here in the number of kids in our program, but it hasn't always been like that. You know, we share a lot of the same sort of problems that United South faces and that Cigarroa faces. And a lot of it has to do, you know, with our adversities that we face. Primarily, right now, if we were to look at our varsity football team, the majority, if not all of our players are first-generation players. And so I want you to think about that for a minute. You know, no one really is pushing it home to be a football player. And so it becomes very difficult. You know, Salvador attributed this. I started in 1964 playing football at J.W. Nixon Junior Senior High School. And we took a lot of spills, When I would come home from those football games when I was in junior high, my dad would ask me, "How did you do?" And I said, "We lost, Dad." And his response to me was, "You'll win the next one." And it went like that. It took us 5 or 6 years until finally we were the district champs in 1969. But the point I'm trying to make here is that I'm not sure that we get that kind of response to our kids when they go home every day. They face a lot of that adversity. In spite of the fact that we have great support from our superintendent, we have great support from our principal, and all the administrative staff. We have great support from them all the time. And so these are the things that they've had to face in the last couple of years. You know, we've been in a real tough district for the last 2 years, along with Cigarroa and Nixon, and so it's taken our toll. Our kids are ready and prepared, but I think that one of the things that has really sold our kids into the program has been the fact that we've been working with them. You know, we heard the other day, Coach brought to us, who was it, Greg Dale, Dr. Greg Dale. He came over and he spoke to us. And one of the big things that he really spoke about had to do with credibility. And I think that has been a mainstay with us. I know that Coach Berman works really, really hard. He's one of our counselors, if you want to call it, with our kids, and they have given us a lot of credibility. They believe in the staff, not just us, but the whole staff. They believe in themselves. And last year, at about this time, we had all these guys in the corral, and we felt really good about how they were going to do and what they're going to do. But like I said, it hasn't been always like that. You know, last week we played against La Joya Juarez Lincoln, and we had a lot of success. We had a lot of firsts. You know, it was our first home game and our first win in the history of LBJ High School. And so, you know, we felt really good about that. We had a great performance from our defense. Our defense is probably ahead of our offense right now. They kept La Joya to about 100 yards total offense, and about 80 of those yards were in penalties. So we feel really good about our defense this year. Offense is catching up, and we'll get there shortly. Okay, we're taking our leap into a 5A district, and we know it's going to be tough. And we've got Eagle Pass on Friday night. But we've had our share, like I said, just like Nixon has in Cigarroa with Cattle Allens and the Flower Bluffs. So our kids are going to be a little bit seasoned going into this. One of the things Coach wanted me to leave you with is that we're going to continue to grow as we go. This program is going to take off, and we feel really, really good about what's coming this year and what we're going to have in the future. Thank you very much.